What's going on, good people? This is your boy Alberto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Folks, tonight I'm going to bring you another potential NFL draft profile for our Atlanta Falcons. Potential meaning a player that we potentially can get. And before I get into that, this profile tonight comes more so because of a hire that the Falcons just did. Just yesterday, the Atlanta Falcons hired Dave Huxtable, who has been the defensive analyst for the Alabama Crimson Tide for the past two seasons. If you already know where I'm going with this one, today's topic is going to be Will Anderson Jr. I, for one, firmly believe in players going to where old coaches are. I believe that this could be a tip by the Atlanta Falcons with this hire as to where in what direction we're going to go in this year's draft. So Dave Huxtable comes with a plethora of knowledge, very familiar with Ryan Nielsen, but not just that, but he has the inside track on the strengths and weaknesses, what Will Anderson Jr. does very, very well, and what he has done very, very well in Alabama to date. You know, a player that has racked up over 34 and a half sacks in just 3 years there. Dave Huxtable also knows what type of player he is, his character, if there's any concerns with his character issues or anything like that. He knows what type of young man this kid is. So he's already had, a bird's eye view on everything Will Anderson Jr. and a lot of those Alabama players that are over there currently or coming out of the draft. So with this hire, I just make that connection because it's something that can happen. Ryan Nielsen, has preached attacking the ball. In New Orleans, that was New Orleans style of play, was attacking the ball. Will Anderson is something that he does, and his 34 and a half sacks speak for themselves. His best year came in 2021. He regressed a little bit last year, but, we can't hold that against him. It could have been, plenty of things that could have been wrong, but I'm not going to get into all of that. But for one, this draft profile, definitely Will Anderson Jr. as a connection to the Atlanta Falcons based on the hire and also based off of a need. Will Anderson, a very explosive linebacker, edge defender. For being a 6'4", 200-plus pound kid, man, he is an elite run stopper. Has his nose always in the ball carrier's face or in the backfield. Always wrecking plays and stuff like that. He's an amazing and elite player. Combination of size, speed, and strength. Generates outstanding power for his size and uses his bull rush really well. His spin move is very underrated and he uses it very well. He shows toughness under his pads. He's an elite run defender, like I mentioned, can destroy double teams. He has fluidity and speed to allow him to cover a lot of the field, and that's one exciting thing that a linebacker with his pedigree brings to this defense, man. We acquire Will Anderson. Now you're talking about having Will Anderson, Troy Anderson, D'Angelo Malone. That's speed on speed on speed on this defense, and these are big guys. These aren't these Dan Quinton type linebackers that were small, compact, and can hit. These are guys that are big by size, can run and can hit. So definitely a physical defense is to be shown for the Atlanta Falcons in this 2023 season, especially if we move up the draft boards or if he by some weird chance falls to us at number 8. One thing that Ryan Nielsen did preach in New Orleans was, gap integrity, being a defensive line coach. That was his pedigree. One thing that Will Anderson does display and in such an early part of his career is that he's very gap disciplined. He will always find his assignments, never misses any of them. You can tell he's a true student of the game, and it's just the connection, the correlation. It just makes too much sense, man. Will Anderson to the Falcons, in my opinion, and for those reasons, this draft profile is directly linked for the Atlanta Falcons and a potential target as well. So having Dave Huxtable here could provide that for us as Falcons fans, because I know we want to right this ship and get this defense going the right way. So definitely, man, Will Anderson Jr. to the Falcons has a good buzz and a good ring to it, more so now than ever with this hire of Dave Huxtable. Huxtable, excuse me. Yeah, it's exciting to know. It's exciting to display the trio of would-be linebackers. For me personally, man, set on the edges, having a Troy Anderson and a Will Anderson. Coincidentally, the Anderson brothers. That's a name that we may get accustomed to hearing. But having those two gentlemen fly off the edge, man, man, just gets you going, bro, man. We haven't had something like that in so many years, and I'm over here thinking ahead, but it's a possibility, and it's one that we're as content creators we're gonna speculate. We're gonna create these scenarios or would be scenarios, and it's just to have fun with it too. But yeah. So Will Anderson to the Atlanta Falcons sounds pretty good, looking pretty good, but I'll leave it up to y'all, man. Y'all guys drop those comments. Let me know what you think. Will Anderson Jr. to the Atlanta Falcons. You guys like this pick for the Atlanta Falcons at 8 or in a potential trade-up scenario? As you all know, this is the 95 North Falcons Talk Show. I am Alberto. Please, if this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button, please, as I'm trying to grow my channel on a day-by-day basis. Hit that like button so I can get this video out more and more and more into the YouTube universe, as my boy Smitty would say. And speaking of Smitty, man, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night at 8 o'clock as we will continue our off-season madness, previewing and profiling would-be draft picks and would-be free agents. That's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Again, this is your boy Alberto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Drop those comments, folks. Peace.